Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well, and I am here today to shoot the July wrap, like whatever all the books which I have read in the month of July, and also I'm going to share a few books with you which I'm planning to read this month. I am a little bit delayed to shoot this video because generally I try to shoot it on the last day of the month, but because of time restraints I couldn't shoot it. So finally I'm like, okay, today is already 3rd of August and people are going to forget that what happened last month, right? So I have read 5 books in the month of July, a little bit less, I think so. The way I try to plan my month, because my exams are coming in the month of December, and so I'm reading, but I'm reading academic books more than fiction books for now. But yeah, of course, I think these books, whichever I read in the month of July, has taken a little bit of time to finish, except one or two. Like I started the month with the book which I was continuing from the previous one, that is this one, Butter by Asako Yuzuki. This is the first book which I completed in the month of July. I haven't read it entirely in the month of July, but yeah, most of the book I have completed in the month of July. And I actually completed it with the help of a very good friend of mine. So like we were doing a buddy reading kind of thing, and I shared my feelings with her, and kind of she was holding my hand when I was reading this book, and that's why I finally could complete this book, because this is a very deep book, like a very what can you say, like a character driven book, where the story is, of course the story is also important, very interesting, and the role of the butter is very very interesting in this book as well. Of course, if I say anything about the book, that is going to be a spoiler, truly. But yeah, I can tell you a little bit, like who should pick this book, who shouldn't. So for that I am telling you that there are mainly three characters are there in this book, and one of them is convicted for multiple murders, and she is in the prison. And another character who is basically the protagonist of the story, you can say. Now she's a journalist, and she's trying to figure out what happened to her, why she is actually convicted, whether she is actually a murderer or not. This is what attracts her towards that story, and she goes and visits her, and from the moment she visits her, her life completely changed. So this is what the story is all about. Character driven, very much character driven. It's not at all plot driven, but yeah, of course you will see bits and pieces of information inside the book, and it is around 450 pages, so it's a long read. It's not a short read for sure. You can look at the spine of the book. It's not a short read, and but it is very interesting. Like if you are really a psychologically driven person, you like to understand the psychology of a person, you want to know what goes on in the brains of different people, so I think then this book is definitely yours. It's a slow burn book. It will take time to finish. At least I took time to finish it. Like there are a lot of people, I think they would be treating it as a fast paced book. Maybe that's my opinion completely. This is my opinion. It is going to vary, of course. Like I think regarding books, opinions vary, right? So for me, this book was a slow driven one, but it was a good one. Like I gave it around 4.5 stars from my side. I really enjoyed it, but I took time to enjoy it. Like at the beginning it was very slow. If you can at least cross, I think 250 pages, 300 pages of the book, then of course the last 150 pages are good. Ending, yeah, it was good. Like I tried another book by this author, that is Hooked. I read 2-3 months back, and over there I was little disappointed with the ending, but in this book the ending was better, I felt. So I gave around 4.5 stars for this book. Okay, so this is the first book which I completed in the month of July. Now comes the second book which I completed, and that I think this book it was in my TBR for a couple of months, and a lot of people are recommending this book. This is The Waiting People by Alison Espach, and I was not expecting that this book is going to actually turn out to be a very good book. Like, it's a 5-star read for me. I never thought, I was like, okay, this is a very simple plot, and what different this author can do with this book. But really she has done a terrible, like, not like in a negative way, like a terrible job, like a very good job, and it was awesome. So I'm telling you a little bit about the story. So you have Phoebe. She is the protagonist, I think. Yeah, she is the protagonist, and she has chosen a hotel, like a hotel which was there in her bucket list. She really wanted to go and stay there, but she couldn't. So she's a professor. She's an English professor. That also, like, I was really connecting with this protagonist of the story because of our subjects. Okay, so she has chosen this hotel. Why she has chosen this hotel? To kill herself. Like, she wants to end her life over there. Like, on that night she has decided that she is going to kill herself. Fine, okay. Now when she enters the hotel and she finds out that the hotel, the entire resort, is booked for a wedding purpose, okay. And she also meets the bride, and now when the bride comes to, she tells it to her, like, yeah, I am going to kill myself, this is why I am here. And the bride was like, no, don't do that here tonight, because this is my wedding. I have booked this place. I have I have invested so much money for this purpose only, so don't ruin the day for me, don't ruin it for me. So you wait for a couple of days, because I think she booked it for 6-7 days, and she was saying that, okay, please wait for a few days and then you can kill yourself. And then she was like, I don't have money, how can I stay? And the bride offers her that, fine, you stay, I am paying it for you, but please don't kill yourself. So this is how the story starts, and then it goes, wow, like, I really enjoyed it. This is definitely a page turner for me. Now honestly, I haven't read this one. I haven't read the paperback. I read in my Kindle, because the fonts are very small, and reading small fonts are getting very difficult for my eyes. So I am controlling myself, and I'm not reading small fonts. Whenever small fonts come up, I generally again I have to buy it in my Kindle. And this is why still now I haven't read Yesteryear. You know that I am waiting for to read. Like, so many people are talking about it. I think people are forgetting about the book. I am still not able to read the book, and the reason is just because of the font. And I have to buy it again in my Kindle. But when you already buy the book, again you have to buy it in the Kindle. I feel that I could buy another book with that money, but I have nothing to do. I have to buy it. All the books, I recently went to a bookstore and I saw Yesteryear copy over there, and same problem, same thing, fonts are really very small. Okay, so that I kind of diverted the topic. Okay, the third book which I completed, so this one is a third book which I completed. This was also in my TBR for a long time. I shared this book also when I was choosing my July TBR, I think so. This was the book I chose, and I really read it in the month of July. And this is the platform on The People on Platform 5 by Claire Cooley. And again, this author has done a very good job. I have given it, I think, around 4 stars, not a 5 stars. Why? I'm going to tell you that. So let me tell you what the story is all about little bit, because this is a multi POV person book, like a multi POV book, and multiple narrators are there. They are sharing their story, and somehow they all will wind up in the train which they were taking every day to go to their respective works. And so they met on the train only. So that is how the story revolves. And there is a main character, I think Iona is the main character. She can be treated as a protagonist in this story, I felt, after reading the entire book, because she was kind of holding all of them together. So I can think she was the anchor in this novel. So at the end we will see how their lives were quite changed after they met each other. So that's a very good thing. I really enjoyed that part. The multiple POV part also was very good. Small chapters were also very good. You will definitely read this book very quickly. It is also, I think, around 300 something pages, but yeah, not even 320 pages. So but still this book was a page turner. Like, definitely page turner. You can definitely finish it within 2-3 days. It's a very good book. It's a very fun reading book with serious topics, with serious plots. But the only thing which did not make me give it a 5-star is that somehow, I don't know why the name of the book is Platform 5. I don't know. The title of the book could have been Train, because these people were meeting on the train, not on the platform. So that, I don't know why. I have a very critical kind of mindset when I read books. Maybe because of my subject, it has become like that. So I try to connect, always I try to connect the title with the story, right? Because see, why we pick up a book, most of the time the first impression the book does to us is the title and the cover, right? These are the two things which makes us attracted towards a book. Now when I am reading the book, I know the title is The People on Platform 5, but when I'm reading the book, platform has no significance here, okay, truly speaking. Train has the entire significance. The entire story is on the train. The entire story, the main highlight is a train which they are taking, not the platform. Now I think maybe the author has thought that of course when you want to board a train you have to cross a platform. Maybe from that perspective she has done that. But there were also a lot of people who used to board this train from different stations, right? Now all these people, those who wind up together, they were not boarding the stations from the same platform, like boarding the train from the same platform. So that kind of made me give it a 4 stars. I don't know whether this point is valid or not, but for me I thought it is a valid point. I enjoyed the story. This deserves to be a 5 stars. A lot of people have given it also a 5 stars. I have seen in the Goodreads also a lot of people have given it a 5 stars, but I think I have given it a 4 stars. I think, yeah, 4 stars only I have given it, only because of that reason. Otherwise this book is a very good book. You can definitely pick it up. Anyone can read it, no age restraints. You can also gift it to people who are young teenagers. A lot of people ask also me sometimes that suggest me a few books which I want to gift to someone, like a person who is between 15 years or 20 years, like that. So they can also read this book. Okay, this is a very good book. Fine. Now the 4th book which I completed is, of course, I think everybody knows, because this month, July month, was a Odyssey month, right? So yeah, so I read the adaptation by Stephen Fry's Odyssey, and I have nothing to say, okay, because I am no one to say anything about it. This is a classic. Now I have also read the original Odyssey, like of course not the Greek version, but the English version by Homer. Because Iliad was there in our syllabus, I think in our post-graduation first semester, yeah, and so I read the second part also. I read the second epic also, because I thought that let me finish the entire thing. This is what I do most of the times. So I read the original version, I think around 3-4 years back. Now when the movie came out, I decided that before watching the movie, of course, I think I should read it again. So I thought of reading this book. This was I think the most anticipated one, Stephen Fry's. There are a lot of other people, those who have written Odyssey. There are a lot of other people who has used this retelling format, and they have come up with different books. There are so many books with this Greek retellings, and I also read a couple, like I think 1 month back, Andromeda. That was also a Greek retelling, but it was not related to this epic, okay. Circe is definitely related to this epic. So I was reading Circe 2-3 months back, but then I couldn't complete it. I don't know why. I DNF'd it for that, but now of course I'm going to pick it up again and read it. So when you read this book, this is a very good book. I think this is a very good adaptation also, because most of the information are there, like whatever is there in the original one, 95% to 96% similar things, like nothing has been changed by this author. I really enjoyed it. Of course it should be given more than a 5 stars, and I watched the movie also, and I enjoyed that also, mostly because see, when you know the story, when you know the epic, of course there are certain loopholes in that movie also. Now when you watch it in a theater, I feel that in order to bring a book into a movie, you cannot have an exact adaptation, an exact thing. Okay, like of course there will be certain things which will be changed because of the cinematic purpose, right? So that was done, but I felt that the siren song area, if you have if you know the story, I am sure that most of you have already watched the movie. So if you know that area, that where Odyssey was tied with the mast of the ship, and in order to save him from the siren song, and that part could have been shown better in the movie, I felt so. Other than that, other things were very good. I really enjoyed the movie. It was like a very good experience for me. Now the final book which I read, which is this one also I have chosen to be read in the month of July, which is Dissection of Murder by Jo Moore. This is her debut novel, and I'm really impressed by her writing style. Like, if a debut novel can be this, then I'm sure in the upcoming time, if she decides to write, I hope it's a she, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, so if she decides to write more books, I think she's going to do justice to them. Like, she's a very good writer. Now this book is about a courtroom drama, you can say. This is like a courtroom drama where the protagonist is a lawyer, defense lawyer, and even her husband is a lawyer, like an attorney kind of a person. And you also get to know a little here. I really liked one thing, let me show you. 1 minute. Yeah, at the beginning of the book, of course you cannot see here, but at the beginning of the book there are certain terms which are explained, like solicitors, then who is a jury, then barrister. So this I really liked it, because see, most of the time maybe people don't have a proper understanding of this terminologies. So if you get to know before you start the book, I think your experience would be better. So I really liked that that how she kind of explained the terminologies before even starting the story. That's a good one. And now when I was reading it, after half of the book, I started suspecting a person. Like this, I think most of us do when we read a thriller book. We start suspecting multiple characters, that okay, this could be the murderer or this could be the murderer. But the plot twist was mind-blowing. It was a mind-blowing plot twist. I really enjoyed it. At the when it was like half of the book, I was a little bit disappointed. I'm like, I'm not enjoying it that much. I thought that this is not that much, that level was not touching. But when the book was in the, I think around 70-75% of the book was done, I was spellbound. It was really good. So of course I have given it a 5 stars after completing it, and it was a really good book. You should definitely pick it up if you are a thriller person. There are some people who really enjoys courtroom dramas, so I think then this book is definitely for you. Okay, this is a very good book. Okay, one more thing I want to add over here with this book is that see, our brain most of the time, I think, does this when we are reading thriller books, especially those who read thriller books. So I think we try to understand the story, right? We try to understand what has exactly happened. Now I really like in this book that the story was not revealed. Now the entire murder scene was not revealed till the end of the story. So that is how you're hooked to the story, right? So the story is about a very famous judge was killed, was murdered, and a person was suspected, and that person who was suspected was also a criminal before. Like he was already in prison for 2-3 years, I think, because of another crime he committed. And so definitely the police thought that then he is the person who is the murderer, and then he will choose our protagonist to defend him. So this is how the story goes on. And also you will see there is another what can you say that another plot, like a subplot to this story, is that the marriage between the protagonist and her husband. So that part is also shown very nicely. So you have a main plot, you have a subplot, so you have very good characters, really, it's a really good book. It's like a must try by everyone out there who is a thriller lover, or who is a mystery lover, who is a courtroom drama lover, right? So these are the 5 books which I have read in the month of July. So yeah, I hope you like my video. I thought that I would also share all the books which I am planning to read in the month of August, but I think the video would be longer, so I will of course make this a part 2. Like, I'm going to shoot again after this, and I'm going to make it another video. So so if you really want to watch that also, you can go and watch it. And yeah, so this was it. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you really like whatever I'm trying to do, because I'm a very new to this, so whoever are supporting me, thank you so much. There are a few people who really appreciates my work. I don't know I'm doing what I am trying to be, I try to be very honest over here. So whatever the opinions come to me, I have not even written anything. This is like all the spontaneous thoughts which come to my mind when I am showing you the book. Nothing prepared. Okay, I have a book journal, but I don't bring it over here because I remember most of the time the books which I have read. So of course I have forgotten the names of the characters, but I know the story, I remember the plot, what I felt after the book. So I want to be very spontaneous with my videos. So I just want to be like brutally honest, whatever is coming to my mind. So I hope you like my video, and if you really enjoy it, you can of course subscribe to my channel if you really want to. So yeah, okay, bye bye, take care.